Hello Fairview Tigers, and welcome to another episode on the Speaking of Fairview YouTube channel, a channel dedicated to sharing with you what's up with the Tigers as they focus on academics, athletics, arts, and acts of service. I'm Corey McCall.
And I'm Anna Januso.
And today's episode will be called Fairview Business Academy, as we'll be interviewing Mr. Greene, the advisor of FHS's Business Academy. Here's our interview with him. So my first question is, could you describe a little about what the Business Academy is?
So the Business Academy, we have 3 tracks. We have an accounting and finance track, a marketing track, and an MIS, which is management information systems track. It's a business honors program for kids that are all in for a business career. We get them mentoring and work on special projects.
Yeah, and then what careers would the Business Academy help prepare a student for, other than business related?
I guess it's kind of a tough question. All careers, I guess. All careers are required to work to be professional, communicate. So I guess engineering, when you're selling your idea, that would, help, the kids in the STEM Academy. Healthcare with communicating, getting ideas across that could also help out. Teaching would help out. So I guess any career would kind of help out.
And then would the Business Academy be good for a student that maybe is a little interested in business, but they're not really sure, but then they get to the academy and they maybe don't really find that they have a passion in business, and then is that a good experience for someone too?
Yeah, so that's absolutely a good experience. In the academy though, it's going to be more set up because we have limited spaces for people that are all in. They're passionate and they know what they want to do. We do have, so that's the Business Academy, but we also have career pathways. So the kid that you just mentioned and described that isn't too sure they want to go into business careers, they would benefit from being in the business pathway, which would be a prescribed curriculum of our business electives, okay? And then ideally they take a semester of accounting or marketing or intro to business, and they'd find out, I'm not a big fan of this. And I'd say that's a really good use of time. You get in, you take an elective, and you find out that you don't love it. That's just as beneficial as taking an elective that you absolutely love.
And then what experiences would a student have in this particular academy? What specific experiences?
Okay. So we actually partnered with the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, and we have our accounting and finance kids getting certified through the IRS to complete tax returns for the community. So this year we, because of COVID, and also our first year with the program, we started kind of small where we offered tax software and tax support to all Fairview teachers, support staff, administrators, volunteers, where they could go and access free tax prep software. And if they ran into any questions, they could contact the Business Academy, and our students who are tax certified by the IRS would look up the question and provide guidance for their tax returns. Next year, the experience would be our marketing kids marketing this program to the community. Hopefully COVID numbers are down and we can offer an in-person workshop open to the community. So the marketing kids would work on getting as many people into our school as possible to take advantage of this free service provided by the Business Academy and the IRS. And then our accounting and finance kids would go through and actually sit with community members, collect their tax forms, and complete their federal and state tax returns.
So I had a question about the requirements. So what requirements does one need to have in order to be in or stay in Business Academy?
So the application has that you should have a GPA. I want to say it's a 3L is what our expectation is. You also have to have a strong attendance record. And then you need to write an essay, and then also get teacher references. Another aspect is that you're committing to take business electives and a prescribed curriculum showing that you're kind of all in and gaining more experience.
So then that kind of like leads to our next question. What other classes would you like encourage members of the academy to take?
I would say personal finance. I think that's a class that every student should take, no matter what you want to study. Personal finance is on that curriculum sheet. And then also statistics is an excellent class to take, especially in business. All business majors will take stats, and that's just a really valuable skill to better understand data, sales, those kind of things. Some other things you can take if you're going into marketing, photo class would be helpful. Video production, that would be helpful. Foreign languages are helpful in business, so any of those would be great.
And then I had another question that was kind of just about the pandemic overall. So like, how has the pandemic affected the academy? And then we also saw that you guys were able to get involved with the Penn State Barron virtually. Has there been any other experiences?
Yeah, so we were meeting with last year, the week that everything got shut down, we were supposed to meet with our advisory board. So it was local business leaders, the director of the business school at Penn State Barron. We were supposed to meet with all of them here at Fairview and kind of, gain this partnership with these business leaders and higher education leaders. And that kind of just, the shutdown just, canceled that. We couldn't meet, and it kind of put everything on hold. Over the summer, we did a lot of, or not over the summer, but during the shutdown, we did a lot of 5-Minute Fridays where kids would go in and read business articles and share, a business article that they found. We do a lot of reviews of the Harvard Business Review, which is a good leadership journal. So we'll look at that. The biggest disappointment was the fact that we couldn't have an in-person tax workshop for our clinic. That was definitely the biggest impact that we've had, and something that might put us on hold for next year too. But again, we kind of transitioned that to an online service for our staff. So.
And then how many students do you usually induct into the academy each, I guess, cohort of student or group?
Okay. So we're 6 to 10. Yeah, 6 to 10 per cohort.
Okay. And then that was actually our last question, so thank you for your time today.
No problem. Thanks for
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
This is now the end of the show. So to wrap up, if you are a FHS student, please think about if you would like to join this academy. Finally, I would like to give a big thank you to several people and apps that have helped make this podcast possible, especially our honors public speaking teacher, Mrs. Stevens, our principals, Dr. Lane and Mr. Bell, for giving us the opportunity to make this type of project, the app iMovie for enabling us to put together this podcast, including allowing us to use its music, our interviewee, and you for listening to this podcast. I'm Ann Januso.
And I'm Corey McCall.
On the Speaking of Fairview YouTube channel. I hope you'll join us next time for another episode as we continue to highlight the academics, athletics, arts, and acts of service here at Fairview High School.